including who? God bless you, Magic 4. That was why I posted it, including the complainant. Then who was the complainant? Because I knew that the whole thing was the social media people clamoring. Even the wife never stood up and said that he wanted justice for her husband. The wife never went to the police. He never gone to the police to report the case. But hear what the police said here, guys. Let's listen again. When they said 26 people were being interrogated, the following actions and covered the underlisted investigative grounds. 1. Identification and interview of vital witnesses. As at today, a total of 26 vital witnesses, including the complainant, have... Please, let's answer. Who is the complainant? Or is this interview an inconclusive interview? Who is the complainant? They interrogated 26 people, including the complainants. Who complained? Abi, I don't understand. Mommy, Mole, please, who is the complainant?
I think they are trying to tell us Wunmi is the complainant, and it should be Baba. Baba should be the complainant.
Oh,
Baba
please,
Mohbad.
when did the Black Widow went to complain? Oh,
That is what
at
I'm
what point?
thinking.
Oh,
Baba
because
Mohbad took the dead body to the police. So automatically Baba Mohbad is the complainant. And he even asked them that they should all be arrested that night to investigate his son's death. He asked for a police report. He hoped that every one of them would be arrested. None of these things was done. So who are they now referring to as complainants?
no,
Is it Wunmi?
we're just trying to unravel
To
our
figure out.
police
Even if she's
compromised.
the complainant, yeah, with the case unraveling, can the complainant not become a suspect?
No, I'm not even. My question is, at what point did she went to the police?
That is the
Because
This is
question.
this is the
because
part of
the
the
truth,
conspiracy, right?
yeah, thank you very much. That's where I'm going to. That line of complainant actually shows that the police, the Lagos State Police, actually did some ojoro there. Because as of the time this investigation was going on, why did the police get involved? It was because they were staging protests all over the states in Nigeria, even beyond. And Lagos State owned too. The time for this thing, people angry youth were going up and down, and they don't want it to lead to another answers. They don't want it to lead to another answers. And police went to do their investigation. And from what they are telling us, listen again. Because we don't know at what point who is the complainant here. Because that 26, including the complainant, who is the complainant? They were supposed to name the name of the complainant myself. The complainant has a name. Following the inauguration of the Special Investigation Team, detectives have undertaken the following actions and covered the underlisted investigative grounds. 1. Identification and interview of vital witnesses. As of today, a total of 26 vital witnesses, including the complainant, have so far been identified and interviewed, and statements recorded by detectives from them in depth investigations. This includes the following. Mr. Aloba Joseph Oluwabami, the father of the deceased. Mrs. Abosede Aloba, mother of the deceased. Mrs. Kolawole Kemi Bosset, deceased sister. Miss Aloba Blessing Oluwaseun, deceased sister.
Mr. Aloba Adura Gbemi Shedrack, deceased brother. Mrs. Cynthia Adebanjo, deceased wife. Ms. Sheyi Awonuga, deceased manager. Ms. Adeyemo Oluwatife aka Darusha, deceased personal assistant. Mr. Ajishegiri Sultan Ayobami, deceased DJ. Olarewaju Idris Adedoja, deceased personal photographer. Mr. Idris Busari, deceased friend. Aderinto Ademola aka Ade was deceased friend. Mr. Adeyemi Olamide, deceased friend. Oladapo Oreoluwa aka Lifestyle, deceased friend. Adesonia Adebiyi Dolapo aka Ajay Singh, deceased friend. Fidelis Esabon is the driver to the private ship that the deceased hired to attend the concert in Ikorodu on 10 September 23, and in an attempt to punch Ibrahim during their physical brawl, Mohbad hit and broke the rear side glass, causing him injury on his right hand. Their physical brawl, Mohbad hit and broke the rear side glass, causing him injury on his right hand. Their physical brawl, Mohbad hit and broke the rear side glass, causing him injury on his right hand.
Can you hear what the police said? when they were asking Wumi in the CTC, she was trying to give an explanation, a pictorial explanation about the Bohaha they claimed that happened with him Prime. From the police now, you could see that the police are very perfect in this game. This is Idowu Ohohua reading the report. And you can hear again. Let's listen again.
That the deceased hired to attend the concert in Ikorodu on 10 September 23, and in an attempt to punch Ibrahim during their physical brawl, Mohbad hit and broke the rear side glass, causing him.
He was trying to hit Prime during their physical buhaha, and Prime dodged, and Mohbad hit the glass. With this statement, everybody would think, a normal human being would think, as of this point in time, Prime Boy was outside the Prado, standing. Then probably he was actually standing and resting his back to the rear mirror of the Prado. Then Mohbad now came outside, passed through the whole crowd, and wants to go and hit Prime. Prime now dodged. After Prime dodged, he now hits the rear mirror. That is what the police painted. The police that were not there at the scene. Now, when they were interrogating Wumi in the inquest, she said another thing. And the lawyer was trying to establish the fact that as of the time Mohbad was asking Prime, get down, get down. Prime did not go down. She said yes. He now said Mohbad now came down. Mohbad now came down. Is it that Mohbad now opened the door for Prime to get out? Somebody that you open the door to get out where crowds are. Oh God, kí ló ń ṣe àwọn people wọ̀nyí now?
Injury on his right hand.
Daddy, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I just want to quickly chip in something. Wunmi said there was a fight at the show. And Mohbad had cameraman following him everywhere. So the cameraman did not even see that scene where they were fighting and even snap that scene. And he has a cameraman going with him. There was no, he could not pick that scene and snap it.
Yeah, it shows that there's something wrong with the whole arrangement,
Yes, yes.
and
All
we
these things
know,
are pre-planned.
and we know,
Uh-uh.
and the
Where
government
can
is
they tell me that a Mohbad that is a musician that everybody knows, they'll be fighting that show and there's nobody that even take his or her phone to picture that moment, which I know Nigerians we are good at. Any small thing they brought out their phone and nobody pictured that moment. Now wow, this one's serious.
I'm interested in, can look at the picture. That's the picture of the vehicle, the damage that led to the injury.
ah, ah. Come again, come again. I wish I can show you the picture of this thing that they.
For those of you that would be interested in, can look at the picture. That's the picture of the.
God. And what they are showing now is a Prado glass. I wish I can. How much is shocking him? Not even where the punch went through. Ha! These people are joking. Who took the picture? How come the police has the picture? And the only police that's the only thing they could snap. Wait, oh. Already with it. Oh. Oh. I wish I can show you guys the picture this police. Okay, Berekete said, let me show it. Thank you, Berekete. Gaza. If you see the picture of the glass of the Prado, Haba, you know that they remove, even if you use hammer, if you use hammer to slam this Prado Jeep, is where the thing had impact that will break. Only for glassy, not the Shojoro part 2. Only for glassy.
Vehicle, the damage that led to the injury on Mohbad. Okay, you can circulate. Mr. Soso Soberekon is the show promoter who invited Mohbad to perform at Ikorodu to promote his product, the General Bitters, on the night of 10th September 23, where the fight that led to the injury and subsequent chains of events started from. He has given detailed statements. Mr. Omwani Temidayo Raphael, aka Zlatan, he was one of the musicians that performed at the same event in Ikorodu on that night. Engineer Chinaka Jesse is the deceased neighbor whose vehicle was used to rush into the hospital when he became unconscious.
Please, oh, I don't understand. No be the video. Abi, wait, oh, guys, am I missing out something? They just mentioned the name of the neighbor now. That they used the car. They said they used the car. Listen to police line. They said the neighbor's car they used in rushing Mohbad to the hospital when he was unconscious. Kilo D now, Olopa, kilo D. Now wow. Abi, wait.
Started from. He has given detailed statements. Mr. Omwani Temidayo Raphael, aka Zlatan, he was one of the musicians that performed at the same event in Ikorodu on that night. Engineer Chinaka Jesse is the deceased neighbor whose vehicle was used to rush him to the hospital when he became unconscious.
Ó dẹ̀ ń sọ, ojú ẹ̀ dẹ̀ dá. Dòwó wa dẹ̀ ń sọ, ojú ẹ̀ dẹ̀ dá. Ah. The neighbor's car that was used to rush him to the hospital when he became unconscious. Is it not that same video that who have that video that said Mohbad has died, Mohbad has died? Is it not the car? Oh, wow.
Dr. Olushola Joshua is the medical director of Kuramed Hospital in Lekki, Lagos, where the deceased was taken to and declared as confirmed as drug in dead on 12th September.
Somebody that you said, oh, God, kilo dibola jasi, kilo shewa now. Oh, no, wow.
2023. Dr. Beke Deborah Oluwatosin is a medical director who was on duty, and he was one that certified the deceased death on the day he was brought in at about 15-20 hours. Miss Fajulube Sebitope.
It was brought in at about 15-20 hours. That's 3:20.
Miss Abbas Aminat Abiola and Mr. Oluwajobi Emmanuel. They are all staff of Kuramed Hospital who also witnessed when he was brought in there. Dr. Owala Chigoze is the director and the CMD of Perez Medical Care in Lekki. When they took him to the first hospital in Kuramed and he was certified dead, his family members and friends that took him there were not convinced. So they took the body from there again to Perez Hospital, where he was recertified as dead. Then Dr. Temitope Martin Olumuyiwa, he is the medical director of Cornerstone Hospital, Akute, Ogun State, where the principal suspect, Feisayo Ogedengbe, claims to have been trained as an auxiliary nurse.
Daddy York, please, sorry, I want to confirm something. Did I just hear Cornerstone Hospital Akute? Hello, Daddy York.
I'm coming, let me.
Hello, Daddy York.
Hold on.
Please confirm if he's there, because I stay at Akute. If they say Cornerstone Hospital, I think it's
maybe
able
they are
to
trying to say that was where Feyishara trained.
the auxiliary nurse works.
Yeah.
When they took him to the first hospital in Kuramed and he was certified dead, his family members and friends that took him there were not convinced. So they took the body from there again to Perez Hospital, where he was recertified as dead. Then Dr. Temitope Martin Olumuyiwa, he is the medical director of Cornerstone Hospital, Akute, Ogun State, where the principal suspect, Feisayo Ogedengbe, claims to have been trained as an auxiliary nurse.
Yesterday, I told us the submission on Oluriebi platform, and I said that the script they wrote for this movie, because this Mohbad case now movie now, the script they wrote for it before was to pin everything on the nurse. You can hear the Idowu Owa speaking, the CP of Lagos speaking now that the girl is the principal suspect. Oh, wow. We didn't be this one like this.
The written testimonies of the witnesses are likely of high evidential value, and they have aided in establishing the sequence of events leading to the death of Mohbad, the identification of the suspects, and the roles each played. They have also aided in gaining a clearer insight into the allegations of assault and bullying leveled against Sam Larry and Naira Marley. Suspects. 5 suspects have so far been identified, arrested, and detained and interrogated on their alleged roles in the sequence of events that led to the death of the singer. The summary is as follows. Miss Feyi Sayo Ogedengbe is the auxiliary nurse who was contacted and invited by Yoruba Sadiq, aka Spending.
You see, police lied again. Who was contacted and invited? Yeah. Who was contacted and invited by the Abi? Me mo so Bayo come and help me now. Bayo billion. What now?
And led to the death of this singer. The summary is as follows. Miss Feyi Sayo Ogedengbe is the auxiliary nurse who was contacted and invited by Yoruba Sadiq, aka Spending, a friend of Mohbad, on 11 September 2023.
You see another light. I swear, as this commissioner of police, they read this thing. They're supposed to put light detector. They're supposed to put light detector first. Light detector should have been placed on that this thing. Now in the whole court, the whole word for this is say this guy name should be Linus Idowu. Linus, it will lie. Spending never contacted the nurse. Even we were saying our boys brigade, we even did. I mean, yeah, Red Cross. We know we investigate our own. Not be, not be police Nigeria. Nigeria police power there. Linus ló yẹ kó orúkọ máa ní Linus Ìdòwú owó wà ló yẹ kó máa pè yín sà. Ẹ ń pa pẹpẹ irọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Detained and interrogated on their alleged roles in the sequence of events that led to the death of this singer. The summary is as follows. Miss Feyi Sayo Ogedengbe is the auxiliary nurse who was contacted and invited by Yoruba Sadiq, aka Spending, a friend of Mohbad, on 11 September 2023 to treat the singer and the deceased residents in Lekki. She eventually came on Tuesday, 12 September 2023 and administered 3 different injections, which are believed to have occasioned the chain of reactions that directly resulted in the eventual death of the singer. She is the principal suspect in the death of Mohbad. She acknowledged that it was the injections that she administered on the deceased that triggered the reactions which eventually led to Mohbad's death. Other expert opinions and
Thank you, Jerry Breketegaza. Linus Idowu. Please, who has the video of this? Now, because they said that the nurse agreed injecting more And I need that video where that nurse mother, the first time she came up. Oh boy. Nigerian police. Nigeria.
In Lekki. She eventually came on Tuesday, 12 September 2023 and administered 3 different injections, which are believed to have occasioned the chain of reactions that directly resulted in the eventual death of the singer. She is the principal suspect in the death of Mohbad. She acknowledged that it was the injections that she administered on the deceased that triggered the reactions which eventually led to Mohbad's death. Other expert opinions and witnesses' statements corroborated her admittance. Her actions of administering doses of tetanus toxoid, paracetamol, intravenous, and ceftriaxone injection, which was also administered intravenous on Mohbad at his residence, that's Mohbad's residence, on 12 September 2023, immediately triggered the reactions, including vomiting, goosebumps, and convulsion, that eventually resulted in the singer's death. This criminal liability is further heightened, granted the evidential fact that as an auxiliary nurse, she is not qualified to administer such medications or function as a qualified nurse. She also did this in a non-clinical environment and in a professionally negligent manner that negated standard medical protocols. 2. Mr. Yohani Sadiq, aka Spending. Sadiq is a friend to Mohbad who invited the auxiliary nurse to treat the disease. He's been suspected of conspiracy in the death of the singer. His action in inviting a person known to him as an auxiliary nurse to attend to the disease under a non-clinical setting occasioned Mohbad's death. Is being held for conspiracy to commit felony. Ibrahim Oluwatosin Owodunni, aka Prime Boy, is a childhood friend of Mohbad. He attended the show at Ikorodu in Mohbad's company on 10 September 2023. At the end of the show, Mohbad and Ibrahim were engaged in a violent fight, during which Mohbad was injured. The management of the injury subsequently resulted in his death. So he's being treated as a suspect. Samson Balogun Eletu, aka Sam Larry, is a suspect who was arrested on allegation of being complicit in the death, as well as in relation to the videos that have gone viral about bullying and assault, which some quarters we believe perhaps had any link with his eventual death. He was arrested, he's still in detention. Abdulaziz Fashola, aka Naira Marley, was also arrested and is still currently in detention for similar allegations. Other actions that have been undertaken by the Special Investigation Team include exhumation, autopsy, and toxicology tests, which were undertaken on 21st September 2023.
Era Omali. 21st September would have been bastard. Lagos State Police. Bastard the do. 21st September. Now when I see come, say we they give you another 8 to 10 weeks. Make I laugh now. I laugh away my sorrow. There is no technicality. This report lacks technicality. It lacks intelligence. It lacks brain. It lacks professionalism. Jesus.
Moga, it lacks everything. It lacks everything. Cook and book story. Very cook and book. Very, very, in fact,
I don't know why. No. Should we continue to listen to this?
Is it necessary that I should continue to listen? We know all is fallacy, so let's just contribute and say our opinions on all this because it's very disheartening, very sad seeing this morning. Honestly, I don't know what kind of a country. I don't know.
Do you have the copy of the Bio Billion? Do you have the copy of this Punch, whatever?
I've got a
let me,
copy. I've got a copy of it. I don't.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it, or should I? Am I not allowed to read here because people might not understand my accent?
No. We are used to Bio Billion.
Okay, go ahead.
He's
I'll
gonna
let
read it.
my.
York Daddy, good morning. Vegetable, sorry. Good morning, everyone.
Good
What we
morning.
should do with this thing that came out this morning, we should try and play break at the interview with that stupid commissioner of sleeping information before that, so that it will make all sense. You get the interview. This guy was lying to the whole world. You know, the same second day we made a call to that same hospital that's doing the toxicology. They told us it wasn't that it was never anything from, but they couldn't give us more information, but they can confirm that there was no sample sent to them. Just next day, when this guy came to lie to us, it's just this headache is just too much, We all know this before, but now it's coming out to the world. CNN, Sky, BBC should please
come to our aid.
stop. We are on it, but they need Baba, and I don't know how they're gonna do it, but whatever information they or whatever process they want it to be, Well, York, I'll try and call you after this live, but we need to actually buckle up on the international BBC and all of that to get involved, so that and I'm sure it's gonna happen like that because Nigerians, the government, you have failed us, and you will be open. We are not going to be ashamed to be Nigerian because we are trying to make that country better. Ibi tẹ́ bá wa dé báyìí ó ti tó. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú, system òṣì tí ó work. Wọ́n fi battery sí gan kò ṣiṣẹ́, wọ́n tọ́jú ẹnì gan kò ṣiṣẹ́, solar gan fi sí gan kò tọ́nà. Ẹ kàn ń bà gbogbo ìlú jẹ́. Look at all this rubbish. I can play Roto Pafun so that I will make it go viral so that we can relate it with this Punch release.
And excuse me, sir, at this point, I want everybody to see the reason why we should all come together and stop fighting against one another. Because there is no way we can fight with these governments. The reason more people should realize that cleaning Baba Lega team are not working, what Mr. Muiwa should be removed, is not what we need now.
Exactly.
These people, it's not what we need now. We should come together and face this. So let's stop fighting against one another and condemning anybody now. Please.
Drag
ká fọwọ́ pawọ́pọ̀ ká fight kínní kò sẹ́ni tá a lè blame on sí àti mọ̀ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì they are not ready to give us justice gbogbo wàhálà àwọn legal team yẹn gbogbo bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe náà frustrate so who is Mr. Muiwa who is anybody to fight government so please don't fight anybody don't ask us to remove anybody let us think on the way forward this is what we need now thank you.
Sister Finest Kem, don't say it's a lie. Please don't say that. Even me, I called them. The lady confirmed. There was no sample.
Berekete, stop attending to all this thing. And it's about what is the lie. Wait, me they find that person. Me I they block people.
No, don't block her. She's for justice, but
No. I don't tolerate that. Sorry, Lagata, I don't tolerate that. Sorry. It's a lie. Eh? Did me come prove otherwise? I don't block him. After the program, I go block him. I don't like and she dey type for capital letter. I don't like those kind of people. Me them no verse, I beg.
Who's
Me,
the
I be
back?
abnormal host. I be inconclusive host. I don't block
At
that
this
person.
point, people should be reasonable. Kọ́
Ah.
jẹ́ kó rí wọn pé before they can comment. À ń sunkún pẹ̀lú nǹkan
You
ẹnìkan wá
comment
wá bí a máa
anything?
sọ pé they are
Me,
lying.
I
What
don't
kind
know.
of nonsense is that?
Me, I don't
Ẹ
even.
tó bá máa type of comment, let the person be reasonable.
Buy a billion.
York Daddy, sorry, before
Yeah.
Biobinion gets to
Okay.
read the Punch book, sorry. I just want to ask, I know this is going to sound really stupid, but can the police be sued? It's a simple question. I'm just trying to find solutions, if you see what I mean. Because listening back to what you've just played, it's clear that they were also part of the conspiracy. And, you know, it's one thing to say they've done their investigation verbally, but not actually showing proof and not telling us how they were able to obtain those pictures of the Prada Jeep like you just played. I'm just wondering at this point if, like Mummy said, and Lagata said, we can't, you know, there's no point of talking about who can fight this, who can't fight whatever. It's clear that this is why we're not getting anywhere, because the government and the police are playing a game. So what can we do in order to hold them accountable? That's my question.
Thank you very much, Vegetable Island. I believe the SAN and the legal team can give us a full direction on that. And the whole of us fighting for justice for Mohbad should channel all our energy, call the police attention to this justice for Mohbad, because we need to swing in one direction. Every one of us need to face whatever we are doing. Of course, we can petition anybody. Petition can be given to anybody as far as you're a citizen of that country. Sure, you understand, with evidence. And all these things are evidence. They are evidence. So we can actually sue them for them to look into this. So whoever that supersede any department, they can look into it. There's so many lies. Commissioner of Information came to us and lied to the whole public. If Brekete didn't come on that case that period, that's how they will be silent. He said, I'm coming, I don't have information about this, let me go and find out and I'll come back to you. Brekete said, no, I will give it to you tomorrow, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning, come back. You understand? You're a minister I'll be commissioner of information and you're not informed. You're not informed because they just pick you up from that burger you are selling. That come, your brother is now in the office. You come and collect commissioner. Something like this happen in your own state and you are not informed and you don't have full adequate information. You're still waiting to go and reconfirm, and you came and lied to us that the Lagos State government have released money. The money has been taken. They have took the sample to America. You even lied. You went to go and Google what name you're going to use. You don't know that we are observing you law because we know what you guys are doing. So we are very vigilant and we are paying more attention to you. You'll be removed from that office. Mohbad case will expose a lot of things in Nigeria. I am telling you, 100%. It's going to happen. This is why all this dragging is dragging, because it will come to a stage where a lot of things will have to change. How it's going to happen, we don't know. But I know the God that we serve will not betray us. He will not forsake us in this justice for Mohbad. It will be a big example for the whole world to see that Nijoko 1 year, Mohbad actually turned that country to be the best. And that's what's going to happen. There will be light after the tunnel.
Buy a billion.
Yes, sir.
Can you just peruse through the Punch for us, please?
Oh my goodness, this is sad.
Walai talai, oh sad gone.
These people, somebody will just wake up one day. Èyàn kan máa gbọ́ bad story látọ̀dọ̀ the same government tí wọ́n ti live and mighty serve for how many years before somebody travel out of that country. This country will be patch. They patch. Even me, I called this hospital. They said they do not. I called them. I was on a live program. I called these people. They said they do not have a waiting list. It has never existed since. It has never happened since the inception of that organization. There have never been a time they have a waiting list. They told me that the government look us in our eyes like this. They are telling us that the result is coming from so place. Hey, ṣé olórí burúkú ni wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà yìí? Ṣé èpè ti pa wọ́n kú nílùú yẹn ní báyìí torí Ọlọ́run? Olúwa ọba o, lórí ọmọ wọ́nran yìí, ìyá díẹ̀ ní ìṣe must.
Sorry, please, can I quickly say something?
Ish, please go
Can I
ahead.
quickly say something?
Senator Ish,
Okay,
please
thank
go
you so
ahead.
much. Yes, thank you so much, Yok Daddy. Thank you for yesterday. And I would like to say this: the discussion that we had yesterday, while we were talking on while we were co-hosting, and when we merged
Yeah.
on the other platform,
Yeah.
I'm glad to let you know that I received a testimony from someone that said that was exactly the story of our life that we were sharing, and it amazed me. Despite the fact that it looks so different from Justice for Mohbad, but we bless God that at the end of the day, at least someone was able to pick something from the discussion. So thank you so much for yesterday. Coming back, thank you so much, man. Coming back to this autopsy and toxicology results denial by the laboratory in Pennsylvania, I would want us to first appreciate the representative of the Nigerian police that is watching this live stream. And I also want us to also appreciate everybody that is representing any group or organization on this platform, because we've understood the fact that Justice for Mohbad is a case that people have interest in, looking at it as a case that is, something that is happening for the first time in Nigeria. So several people have interest in it. And for those that are also working for people, but are among us, they are also working for people to get information from different platforms to take to the respective leadership. I also want to thank you for your activities. All we seek is justice for Mohbad. So whatever role that you are playing, please make sure you play the right role, because the karma is real. Karma is real. So whosoever it is that you are, make sure you do the right thing. Whatever office you occupy, make sure you do the right thing. Now, going forward, I will want to say thank you to the legal team of Baba Mohbad. Since last week Friday, they've been doing an amazing job by surprising us with a whole lot of results, looking at the interview, and this one also, it's a good one by those who carried out this investigation, because this wouldn't have been carried out by just an ordinary individual or a citizen. It will take an authorized office to carry this particular investigation out. So I'm not going to make too much submission. I think earlier on someone was saying we should relate it to I think it was Brekete Kingdom, where highly respected individual in Justice for Mohbad. I think he was saying we should also, join it together with the video recording when the Commissioner of Police was called. Commissioner of Information was called on Brekete family. We should link it together. Everything that has to do with even the publication September 2023, when the police said the autopsy is out, everything needs to come inside a particular folder to represent a particular angle of justice for Mohbad, because one of the most sensitive part of justice for Mohbad after the DNA is the autopsy and the toxicology, which we are not supposed to joke with. Now, with the permission of the host, which is also highly respected in this justice for Mohbad, and I also believe he loves the system that has been adopted by the legal team of Baba Mohbad. I think we should by now be able to come up with different strategy of information and analysis breakdown, because people are here, people are there trying to pick up what people are saying so that they can work with it, either to lift it up or to bring it down. So if you have a better idea on the way forward, I would suggest that you have your host, you are on a particular platform and you are following the host. You can drop your idea on the host inside the host DM, and there are other things that we can talk. We can also continue to talk about this. But if you know that you have this concrete idea that you believe is gonna be able to work, enter the host DM, drop it there. At least the host is connected to one person who is connected to one person that's actually connected to one host, because by the time we discuss everything on the outside, they take it and use it against us. The other party, we don't discuss their idea on any platform. What they come to do is they stream us, and they talk about us, they curse us, they abuse us, and when we have idea, we bring it out. They take it and they go and use it. They use it against us. So 9 months, 8 months is gone. We are still using the same method. Please, if it is possible, we're under the leadership of this platform. If it is possible, if you know that you have an idea, take it to the host, DM the host. Okay, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. In one way or the other, the host is going to be able to get it down to the legal team. While we can still continue to discuss it, all those concrete ideas should be kept, and every other thing that surrounds this should be discussed as content on the social space, while evidences and ideas should be dropped inside the host DM. This is my own little submission, looking at the fact that this is a very sensitive case. We need all hands on deck. We need all ideas to be harnessed. So we have to be sensitive. Since they don't come out to discuss their own plan, we too should not come out to discuss our own plan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ordinary Senator. That was a brilliant submission. Well said. We always try to do the needful. We can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. We need another approach. Thank you very much. BioBillion, please, let's have you read. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, the panelists. Good morning, the host. Good morning, good afternoon, all the commenters. Thank you so much. It's indeed a bad day, and I don't know. From Punch publication for May 30th, the management of the National Medical Services Laboratories in Pennsylvania, United States of America, has refuted the claim by the Lagos State government that a toxicology test to ascertain the cause of death of a singer, Ilerioluwa Aloba aka Mohbad, was conducted at its facility. The claim by the NMS lab was in response to inquiries made by our correspondent who embarked on a fact-finding. So that means apparently this fact-finding was done to ascertain that, this is good. This is good news that some people are using their own mouth, their own leg to expose the government, to expose that, to put it out there that this government is just a joke. God, forgive me, host, I'm sorry. Before embarking on the fact-finding mission, some concerned members of the public reportedly protest against the claim made by a pathologist who appeared before the coroner court on Wednesday, May 15th.
Take some water, clear some throat. Take some water and clear your throat.
It's the confidence
Mr.
of the
Bayo,
pathologist for me.
Mr. Bayo,
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
MLH.
as I was saying, it's the confidence of the pathologist for me. Like, how confident a person will come out to read a fake result to the whole world and then expecting people to accept it. Like, I mean, this is quite ridiculous. It's actually a shame. Honestly, it's a shame. Like, they're literally deceiving people. Like, this conspiracy started from day one and it carries on. Like, that was the same thing I said on Spice Vibe platform. So, like, people condemning Mr. Muiwa, like, like, this man, it's beyond him. The people who are kind of like fighting against, they've made him look like these people are powerless, they are dumb, they don't know what they're doing. They're making effort. Is it Mr. Muiwa's fault that they actually petitioned Darosha and they've swept it under the carpet? Is it his fault? No. People, the legal team are trying their best, but they are rendering their efforts useless. You understand? Like, so right now, the whole world, I'm happy that this exposition came from a popular publication house, which is Punch, So it's not like this news is coming from elsewhere, like.
It's not coming from Sahara.
Exactly.
Because Sahara reporters don't have
Exactly. So
credibility.
we see that there are so many people that are actually interested in this case. They're doing their beats underground. There's some news that would actually spring up that will be wondering how, when. People are actually doing their research because it is unacceptable in terms of the news that was actually read, like the report of the autopsy. It's unacceptable. Like, even the body, of like maybe 5 years or so, you can still do the autopsy and you still get some accuracy, in terms of the report. But then somebody that was exhumed after 9 days, you came back to say, oh, it was inconclusive because the body was already decaying. It doesn't make sense. This is really, really, shameful. And I hope the international community is actually watching what's going on. And I believe at a point, some group of people or some group of organization will intervene in this matter. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bayer, please
Okay.
continue, please.
Yeah,
Please,
thank
can I
you.
say something? Please, can I say something before Mr. Bayo will move forward, please?
Okay, say something. Make
Good
sure the
morning.
something is short.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hey, I shall talk and say Nigeria, instead of Nigeria to become a giant of Africa, we are no more giants of Africa. We are giants of liars, giants of evil things. So Nigerian police, they are the one that is even manipulating all what Wunmi was saying since all these days, because I don't understand. Look at their life outside US lab. They just who is this? Oh yeah, the person first of all carrying head come, make we stone am. Make we stone am. There was one woman here. The woman said they stoned his brother to death. And they are part of those people that used to back up that evil lady, evil girl. They are one of them that used to back that girl up. Now they are coming out to say that they need justice for their district. They need. When we said we should first of all allow evil things to move away from Nigeria, they will not answer us. Now look at it. I now understand the reason why Nigeria is full of lies. So this Emilokan is continue to be lying. Emilokan láti parọ́. So the Emilokan is not even for good things. Is Emilokan láti parọ́, Emilokan láti ṣiṣẹ́ ibi, Emilokan láti ṣe nǹkan burúkú. This thing is unfair. This thing is unfair. Nigeria, look at you. It's not only Nigeria that is looking at this. All over the world. Just look at it. Look at what you call yourself a toxicology something. Just look at what you just came out to come and read to people. Look at it. Now they have already bring out your nyash. They say you did not even bring anything. They say you did not bring anything to their state or to their country. Look at you. See your life, Nigerian leaders. See your life. Ọlọ́run á kó gbogbo wa yọ ò lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run àṣírí gbogbo yín ò ní bò. Ṣebí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ni all of you will be exposed by the special grace of God. Àṣírí yín ò tún bò mọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Can I go on?
Yeah, my brother, go on, please.
Before embarking on the fact-finding mission, some concerned member of the public reportedly protest against the claim made by a pathologist who appeared before the coroner's court on Wednesday, May 15, and said an autopsy could not ascertain Mohbad's cause of death because his corpse had decomposed. Punch Metro also had reported that the counsel for the state government, O. Akinde, told the coroner's court sitting in Ikorodu area of the state sometimes in November 2023 that a toxicology test, which is an aspect of autopsy seeking to determine the cause of Mohbad's death, was conducted in the United States. Buttressing his claim, the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, while responding to inquiries via a live telephone call with Ahmed Issa, the anchor of an Abuja-based online program, Berekete Family, sometimes in February 2024, said the toxicology test was being conducted at the NMS lab in Pennsylvania, USA. The matter is being handled by the state DNA, the forensic center, but they were doing skeletal services, and they have affiliate centers, which are 3. So if there is an emergency like this one that we have, we will not say they cannot handle it. So there are 3 of them in the USA, and the one handling this particular one is the NMS in Pennsylvania. You know, they were just trying to quote exactly what Omotosho said. They're trying to quote what in this area, they're just quoting what exactly how Omoto said it on live program with Berekete. The results of the test reportedly arrived in Nigeria sometime in April 2024 and was passed on to the pathologist for interpretation. Appearing before the coroner's court, the pathologist disclosed that the autopsy could not ascertain the cause of Mohbad's death because the cause had decomposed. However, during the fact-finding mission, our correspondent independently verified the location of NMS lab in 3701 Welsh Road, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, and that of 2 NMS crime lab on Stratford Avenue, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, and another at Black in Texas. I'm going to do research. It is the second one that I know anyways. Because when I called, they gave me a phone number to the second one. That one go is into crime and forensics. I didn't know that there's a 3rd one in Texas. The single email address that this lab had been using for corresponding was also discovered on the NMS lab website. And our correspondent said an inquiry to confirm if a toxicology test on certain Mohbad's death was conducted at the facility. The inquiry read in part, "Hey, I am a journalist from Punch newspaper in Nigeria, currently working on a story involving the death of a Nigerian hip-hop artist, Ilerioluwa, aka Mohbad. Following the Lagos State government active interest in the case, the State Commissioner for Information revealed that the government conducted a toxicology test on the late artist on the facilities. Here is a link where you said so as at 3221 http YouTube. However, conflicting reports have emerged, casting doubt on whether or not the toxicology test indeed took place at a facility. Now, this is a good job this journalist did. Now, he quoted the website address, the YouTube address of that interview. Host, maybe you don't understand. Now, the journalist wrote an email to this facility and stated the name of the commissioner of information and also cut the audio. He quoted the YouTube link of the audio where the man was particularly mentioning their name, and he sent it. He copied as part of the email he sent.
That was the reason I put up that clap when you were reading it. That was the reason I put up that clap. I'm telling you.
Oh, this is a good job. I'm telling you,
Very
this is a
good.
good job.
Very good. And
However,
if they are not able to tell us the truth, we should be able to expose the evil the government is doing to its citizens. It's sad. It is sad that just because of this. Okay, let's continue because there are a whole lot of questions we need to ask. Go on.
however, conflicting reports have emerged, casting doubt on whether or not the toxicology test indeed took place at your facility. As a journalist committed to factual reporting, I am independent reaching out to your facility to verify this authenticity of this claim. Clarification on this matter will contribute significantly to resolving the discrepancies surrounding the artist's demise. Responding to Punch Metro on May 17th, the Client Services Association Forensics Division, MS Lab, Esther Dede refuted the claim by the state government that Mohbad's toxicology test was conducted at any of their laboratories. Unfortunately, we do not have a case for that patient, Dede said. So the person that responded to the email is Esther Dede, and she's a client service associate, forensics division. And I told you that when I called the lab, they gave me a phone number to the forensics division. So Esther Dede is somebody that is responding to this email saying that case file does not exist. Dede, however, noted to maintain our compliances with HIPAA privacy regulations, we need authorization from the submitting agency. When contacted on Wednesday, the Commissioner for Information Motor said that was the name of the lab given to him by the State DNA and Forensic Center. Oh, sorry. The motor was contacted. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy was contacted by this journalist on Friday, on Wednesday. That is yesterday. And he still maintained that was the name of the lab that was given to him by the Forensic Center in Lagos State. That was what I was told by Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center officers who took the sample there. Ibo le take sample lọ. Ibo le take sample lọ. Ibo le gbé Mohbad lọ torí Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo nǹkan tó gé lára bọ̀bọ̀ ibo náà kó sí. Ibo náà kó sí. Gbogbo nǹkan tó mú lára bọ̀bọ̀ yìí sí ibo le kó sí báyìí sí. Ṣé wọ́n ti bọ́ jẹ ní báyìí?
Nigeria ti ṣe. Imagine the commissioner of police, the commissioner of information told us, and he said that Nigerian youth are the cause of why they are trying to fly the sample to abroad, because during the NSAS, that the hospital that was meant to carry out the toxicology was burned down. That was a blatant lie. The only hospital that carries out toxicology is a private hospital in Nigeria, and was not even the one, Lagoon, whatever. It was not even the one that was damaged or destroyed during the NSAS. Again, they're trying to, blame the youth for their stupidity, and it was lying on a live show where over thousands of people were watching him.
This was what I was told by the Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center officials who took the sample there. We are dealing with the officials of the center. They have 3 other labs that they have affiliations with. If they have an emergency, they can go to any of the 3 labs. Ó tún parọ́, ó ṣe máa wo wèrè tún parọ́, ó tún yí, kò mọ̀ pé ẹni tó ń bá òun sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn, ó ti wo 3 affiliations yẹn. Ó tún parọ́, ṣe ni pé, okay, mo ń bọ̀ mi ti dé. I asked which particular one did they go to, and the answer it was that one. That means I will have to go back and check again because that was what I was told. Long. Mohbad died at the age of 27 on September 12, 2023, with circumstances surrounding his death sparking controversies on social media. Being a former record label signee of Malian's music owned by Naira Marley, Mohbad left the label in February 2022. The Lagos State Police Command at September 18, 2023 inaugurated a 13-man special investigation team to probe the team oh God. No team was set up. You just play with our intelligence. His death also led to arrest of Naira Marley and controversial Lagos socialite Balogun Letu, also known as Sam Larry, amongst others. The singer's body was September 21, 2022 exhumed for autopsy to unravel the cause of his death. That is the end, though.
Mr. Bayo, can I just say something, please?
Yeah, the host, yeah.
Lagos State Police Command has a forensic and toxicology department. You get before the demise of Mohbad, they've done so many toxicology in that place. You understand?
Hold on, sir. Let me remind you, the consultancy said that he has done over 1,000 in 4 years. Forensics and toxicology, 1,000 over in 4 years. And in every 1,000, it is only two that is always coming to this. Only 2 results is always coming like this. That is 80%. 98% is always coming out accurately. Why is Mohbad part of the 2%? He said in the last 4 years, he has conducted over 1,000 autopsies and toxicologists in the same Nigeria, Lagos State, as a consultancy. That professor. Go on, sir.
So now they did a toxicology, right? Have they done the toxicology according to them? Yes. Why is it that it is Lagos State government that had to request from the police that they had to do this toxicology? You get, in the case of what was it called? This guy that died in Osun State. This guy,
Timothy.
The toxicology. Where did they do the toxicology of Timothy Bankole? Was he abroad or in Nigeria?
In Nigeria.
So all these things, they are just trying to like buy time for this case to die down. I'm just going to say something to everybody. Please let us put aside our differences. Like a mini. People should come together. This force, if there are more people on this case saying just one particular thing, not those ones carrying fake information around platform up and down, one song pay. Let us just hold a stand. This is a very good case. There's nowhere they are going to do this thing and go away with it. It is quite clear now that there's something behind this thing. John torí Ọlọ́run, àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ máa ń lọ kiri wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ dá sídìí sí lára, ẹjọ́ for now just face something. If you don't have any information, just cool down. Just cool down and listen to people. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ dẹ̀ wà fun of máa parọ́ irọ́ ń pé nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ fílẹ̀ irọ́ kọ́ ni Nàìjíríà nídìí ń sìn ó tọ́lá ní ìdẹ́jẹ́ abára sọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀. That is it, please.
My question is, what does the Lagos State government stand to gain in this shenanigans? What is it? Who is this person that the Lagos State is trying so much hard to protect?
Bayo, you might be surprised that it is just because they are so used to when people die, they just sweep it under the carpet, just forget about it, and later on, they now look like, this thing in love foul,
and that is why every time they use one delay tactics or the other.
Now, I was saying on York Daddy's Live yesterday, I spoke to a senior judge in Nigeria yesterday, about 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks. Which week? Last week. And this man was saying that, like I thought, I will not lie to you, the judge needs to be changed. We need to write a petition to change that judge because Corona inquest should be 3 times in a week, not 1 month, every 1 month. That is ridiculous. They're taking us for granted. They're taking us for a fool. That if we still allow that to be happening like that, it's all delay tactics. And he said Baba Mubad and the legal team should write that they want to change. They want a change in that judge. And he gave a lot of information about the judge, how he's connected to Oba Ikorodu and all of them, Oba and Said, all of them. And he said if that judge is still there, that corona will drag from now to December. I'm telling you. And he said it's all tactics, it's all delay tactics, that it needs to be changed. And that is the truth. It needs to be changed. He said corona inquest under by law, 3 days in a week.
Do you know the honest part? Corona inquest can be held on Saturday. And it can be held at any time of the day.
Today you will come that you are sick. Tomorrow you want to go and lap pew. Next tomorrow you are going to somewhere.
Mr. Lagata, we should be even happy that they set up this corona inquest. If it was the police investigation and the case went to court directly, this case won't be in this particular thing.
Have you forgotten that they've tried to eradicate and end this corona inquest? It was Barrister Odumosu write up a petition to the magistrate, whatever, to the eye, whatever, that the corona inquest needs to come back. And we were fighting that everybody was, anticipating that is it going to be a yes or no, until they now give us the news that yes, corona inquest is back.
We're on the same track, my brother. What I meant is that it was because of people's when the crowd was too much then that they just felt like we need to suppress this thing. That was how they brought out corona. If it wasn't for this corona case, probably Prime Boy and the nurse will go to jail. Nothing will happen because they've done the what's it called case already. They just needed time for it to let these people go. If they go free or not, that is their own problem. These people are wicked.
Allah, God. What is exactly is going on?
As in Bayo, tí bá ń rò pé irú power wo lọmọ yẹn ní.
My brother, kò ń ṣe power kankan.
Kò ń ṣe power ọmọ yẹn.
Kò ń ṣe power. See, brother me.
There's something there, though. There's something there.
There's something
power now.
That is why. Yeah, that is why.
Ọlọ́pàá lẹ ń bá fà láti ilẹ̀ náà. Ṣẹ́yìn ò mọ̀ ni.
Bayo. One of the questions I ask myself is, can the interest in Lagos State?
Lórí matter,
because see, it's not just the police. Yeah, it's not just the police.
It's the entire government.
The judiciary of Lagos handled this thing too. One bad body. Then I want to carry out to turn off one fake toxicology report and autopsy. One bad body now. What is the interest of Lagos State in this case?
From the moment they took Mohbad to that police station and they were writing a statement, and then somebody came in and said, no, we can't give you a statement. From that moment.
That is when the compromises started.
From that moment, though.
That single day, that single 3 hours, it started that single 3 hours of us spending in the rain.
Mr. Bayo.
Sadiq, sorry. Somebody was saying earlier that why this case is like this. Baba Mohbad is the one that dissolved the puzzle that they are planning for us. From the moment they asked that man to go back home, and the man refused to go back home, they would have had another 1 day to plan all their evil things. Hence why Mohbad was embalmed, so that they can preserve his body while all that film they are planning, all that script will complete. Now, why would that script did not complete? It's because they had only just 1 day until Baba Mohbad entered that script. It was not written to participate in that movie. A moment Baba Mohbad showing that movie like this, the whole step went wrong. And this is why everything has been coming inconclusive with their own scripts. And the fact that the Nigerian police did not go to that house and stop the statement that man they were writing for that man, then it shows a lot that there's something there that is even beyond what we are thinking. There's something there. There is something there.
That's why I'm asking for the first time in my life, I'm hearing somebody saying that it does not matter if they seal the place. Forensic will still find there's no how no matter how smart a criminal is, they will always be caught. A top police officer, a top ranking police officer making such statement online, and nobody fire him for that. Nobody.
But Mr. Mayor, most people just overlook that statement now.
You did not overlook it.
No, Baba, I've said something on this platform even before. No, not on this platform. I think York Daddy was on one platform like that. I said something the other day. York Daddy could remember. There's one girl that we talked about on how Nigeria is going to be a better place. I engaged one girl, and the girl was saying, Yahoo, he has customer, he has all this and that. So what I'm saying is that, my brother, this thing is more like an organized crime society. All these guys now, if you jail them, who would threaten people on election day? You have this kind of people in the society just to like enforce on their own law, you understand, in order to victimize people and suppress people. So you don't expect government not to fight for their boys. At least during the last election, you could remember this same Samilari and his brother in Lagos Island. Egba Koboko ló mú jáde tó ná àwọn èèyàn pé tó bá vote for APC padà lọ́lé.
Imagine.
Yeah, we have the video.
Of course.
Ta ló máa jà fún wọn? Same person ló ya photo pẹ̀lú same state government. If you want to say the truth, let's just say it.
Before the election, NSAS happened here, and all these thugs visited most of the police stations. They were collecting guns from the station.
Lagata, let's not even go that route, please. Do you know that this same thing, Naira Marley àti Samilari tó fi di partner lẹ́ni, same oppression ló ṣe fún. Go and look at the story now. Naira Marley is somebody else.
I know.
Naira Marley wà pẹ̀lú big boy kan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń blow.
I know.
Do your investigation.
No, I know. When Naira Marley moved to Nigeria.
Gbogbo NDLE case, all those cases, it was set up. These people have been doing it for a very long time. Setting up for drug, setting up for Yahoo. At the beginning of this process, you hear so many people talking out. All those things. I don't know why Nigerians, Naira Marley himself was bullied by this guy, Tofi, the partner. Go and look at his case.
That is fact. That is fact.
Look at the case. So I don't understand why we don't want
that bully happened in Farm City in Lekki. Bully. I'm not a bully now, normally.
Bully pẹ̀lú set up gbogbo NDLE case.
After that, Lord no agbemora pé àjọwà náà ni welcome to Nigeria.
Ó wà pẹ̀lú èèyàn kan tẹ́lẹ̀ mi ò fẹ́ dárúkọ ẹni náà. Ẹni yẹn ló ń gbé Naira Marley kiri. All of a sudden, ó di Samilari ti settle ẹ̀. Go and wo history Nigeria ni. Tá bá ń wo gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ò ní máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Gbogbo ò ní máa ṣẹlẹ̀. At the end of the day,
àwa ń wo àwọn tó yẹ kó wo ni orí wo. Àwa ń follow everything na. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí Naira Marley padà wá sí London mọ́ nìyẹn pé kóhun kó dúró náà máa fọ̀nà wọn, a máa ṣọ́ ẹ̀ gbogbo owó nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀. It's mad.
Nobody has answered my question. My question is, what is the interest of Lagos State on this matter?
Koyewa, my brother. There's Wumi's uncle called John Boo. He's a big APC man. He lives in Ekpe.
But forget John Boo. Forget John Boo is nobody. I'm from Ekpe.
Which side are you from, Ekpe?
I'm from Ekpe.
Which side are you from Ekpe?
Look at my name.
I am from Ekpe. I'm from Ekpe.
Which part of Ekpe? Eh?
Hello, my dear Maraye, from which part of it? My question is, now it is obvious that there is something about this case that the Lagos state is interested. Now, what could that be? What is the interest of Lagos state? Because now it is glaring that right from the foundation of this case, a whole lot of loopholes,
Young daddy, there's this saying that I will man by one by one. One by one.
Imagine block is Odiki last. Mr. Bayo Billion, are you there?
I'm here. Oh, I'm here.
Now, can we first of all, now can we solve this puzzle? Can we solve the puzzle? And the question is, Jamin, what is the interest of the Lagos state government? Now let's go by what is government?
Oh, God.
Definition of government for the people, Abi, by the
Yeah.
people to the people. So the government is about people. Now, if the government is not having interest in this case, that means it's about someone, people or persons. Sorry, democracy. Yes. Thanks for that correction.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
My brother. Well, it's funny. Don't let me say it, please. You might end up blocking me.
I will block you because right about now, I'm very serious.
Yeah. Don't let me say it. Please.
Because
Session.
now it is very, very, very. What is government? The group of people with the authority to govern a country or a state. They are always in charge, directing the affairs of the state. Now, let's come back to what could be the interest of a state on a case. If it doesn't add monetary value to their IGR, a state or a government might not be interested. For example, when Nigerian state and Cameroon was dragging this, what was it called, this popular place? Kinokpebenyo, Bakassi. Is it Bakassi? Am I correct? Bakassi Peninsula.
Yeah, in Cameroon area.
Yeah, the
Bakassi
interest of the
Peninsula.
state then was
Cross River.
what has to do with financial benefit. Yeah. Now, Mohbad's case cannot add more money to Lagos State. So, financial, what have you, Lagos is not interested. It doesn't make sense. Now, let's come back to the other one. The interest of the Lagos State government, if it's not.
Yo, hello. I love hitting mans in the.
But I do jazzy you. Young Daja Olugbo Oli.
Me there, me. Oh, hold on, Shano Jerry.
ọmọ ọbọ wọn gbà.
ọmọ fóun tọrọ tóun tẹpọn díẹ̀.
My brother.
ẹ bá báàgì yà má báyàn jà.
Ma delete ẹ̀yin méjèèjì, ma block ẹ̀yin méjèèjì o. Ẹ má gbé
ọmọ àgẹ.
So now you go first drop. Oh. Are they serious now? Now, Mohbad's case is not going to add to the IGR of Lagos State. There is no financial implication on Mohbad's case to Lagos State government. And government has to do with group of people, big govern, you know. Now, can we say that this case has to do with people that are involved in government? Probably they are trying to cover a whole lot of track so that they don't get implicated. Can we say that
Host, now your daddy. Now this is what it is becoming clearer. You understand? When some people start linking, oh my goodness, when some people start linking a particular king, and you know the circumstances how that guy become the king, is still part of politics, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like what Kemiolu lawyer said. Do you remember when she said that a king and a politician is involved in Mohbad's case?
Right. So I will start. If we start putting the puzzles together, this is why the political king is using the influence of the political personnel, working hand in hand. Now it is becoming clear now that these are the two forces that is making this case like this, and the two people that is making it, the name is out there. So now I will now ask now, why is the name there if not for naught? If you look at the CTC, page 11, when ASP Mohammed Yusuf was being questioned about the issue of the petition of Mohbad, that the particular name was mentioned in that petition, you know, they said that was the case treated, and that was Wumi's lawyer, that's Fumi Falana or something, that woman, that Falana's wife, asked the question that the police station he knows is always attending swiftly to petitions, especially when it gets to life-threatening. And the officer responded that at the time he wrote the petition, why did you not attend to the petition? And the police officer said that because he said his properties were destroyed, and possibly they asked him to go and bring picture evidence of the property that was destroyed. That was why they did not treat the petition. That is the excuse.
But don't forget, in Mohbad's petition, at the tail part of the petition, it said, if I'm not mistaken, that attached.
God bless you. Attached
are the pictures of Kilo Dina.
Attached, God bless you. The last paragraph where he mentioned the name of the Oba, it is the same paragraph when he said attached are the. So when you are attaching something, that is possibly you are attaching evidences.
God bless you.
You understand? So the police officer was quick to say that he claimed that their properties were destroyed, and they need evidences to that effect. So the conspiracy has started since the guy wrote a petition against a particular person. Now going far back to when he wrote the petition. And I will now say Baba Mohbad keeps saying that in Konto Shiomo also pomo, I don't know that language, Ale.
Ó ní kó tó pa ọmọ òun, ó ní láti ṣe pẹ̀lú àlè ẹ̀.
Ale. You understand? So looking at it now, ṣé kò wá máa jọra báyìí? If the police said that a petition was written, a threat to life petition was written by a popular Nigerian musician, and the police is asking for an evidence, even when the petitioner has written, attached evidences to the petition, police officers still came to the inquest to say that they were requesting for more evidences.
Have you forgotten that they lied to us at the first stage of this justice for Mohbad when that question came up? That they said, what happened to Mohbad when he wrote a petition? You know what the police officer said? They said that they asked Mohbad to come back and he didn't come back.
They said he didn't come back and that the Sam Larry wrote a counter petition against him.
Yeah. Whereas at that time, after that petition, when they called Sam Larry, that look, Sam Larry, but where is the competition now? That's when Sam Larry increased his bullying on that boy. That he wants to go and that boy was scared to go back. And the competition from come and Nigerian police are fond of that. When you are loyal to them, when they're benefiting from them.
Okay. Shebi Baba, okay, in the first instance, Baba's nurse also now. Only ní pé àti ọmọ ó kọ statement done because apparently they didn't know that man is Baba nurse.
Yes,
Baba nígbà tí wọ́n kọ pé tọ́mọ ẹ kọ statement on tọ́ yí arábìnrin lọ tí ìyá DNA lọ wọ́n pè ya DNA pé wá nǹkan tí nọ́ọ̀sì kọ o wọ́n pè ya DNA padà DNA is a must wọ́n pè ya DNA is a must padà.
No, ìyá virgin lọ pé padà.
Ó ti di ya DNA is a must ń sìn o.
O ti gbọ́ latest ya DNA is a must ni o.
Never hear the latest.
Kòtò ọ̀run ni mo kàn wọ́n wò láti mi tí wò tán ni.
Kòtò ọ̀run yẹn pọ̀ gan-an wọ́n ti ya DNA is a must ní báyọ̀. Kì í ṣe ìyá mọ́.
Ya DNA is a must ló wá pé wọ́n pè padà bàbá yẹn ní ṣé mo ṣe ń ṣe because the man is not from Lagos bàbá yẹn ní pé ṣé mo ṣe ń ṣe ń bí leléyìí ṣé mo ṣe ń ṣe ń bí leléyìí. You can just imagine this conspiracy from the onset, from the beginning. So now it became Otuakpo. They don't have a way out. So they keep using delay tactics to get us tired. But eventually, because looking at the inception of this case, the guy wrote a petition, mentioned this particular also government didn't do anything. But today, along the out, we are not treating the case of bullying here. They are only asking you, what step did you take to investigate the case of bullying? You wrote a petition to the effect. You are telling the judge that you are not treating the case of police bullying here. Eventually, it is not adding up that if there is a political person and a political king in this case, now, the thing that they are trying to do is to cover up all the genesis of the problem to the fact that this guy, they have something against this Mohbad that also shut it up by all means. And what could it be? If not, maybe DNA is a must. If not DNA is a must, what else could it be? I don't think it's going to be money. I don't think they just want to show him power. There's a particular thing that would warrant them to take so much hatred.
Bayo.
The hatred was too much.
Bayo, ó bu wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ni, kò sí nǹkan kan ó bu wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ni. That is justice.
Yeah, ó ti ṣe tipẹ́, ó bu wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ni.
Ṣe tipẹ́, they've been doing this thing for a very long time. They've been oppressing people. Gbogbo ọmọ Yahoo tó bá wá sí island tó yẹ pé wọn ò léyàn, oppressing and all those stuffs. Ìgbà tí kíní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ mo rántí bọ̀bọ́ kan náà mo tiẹ̀ ti gbàgbé orúkọ ẹ̀ ọmọ Kòròdú ni ó sá lọ sí ìyẹn lọ́tẹ̀ ọkọ̀ ń wá ó sá lọ South Africa. You get the thing is they've been doing this thing. They have like a gang that oppress around Lekki, oppress people, obtain ẹ̀gbọ́n àdúgbò, all those stuffs. But this particular
when this case started, bọ̀bọ́ kan sọ náà ó ní pé táwọn bá lọ mọtí ní Elégùṣì táwọn bá ti ṣe kíní báyìí wọ́n máa já pé sí ó máa dúró lẹ́nu ọ̀nà.
Wọ́n kidnapping bí pé kẹ dáwọn èèyàn dúró kẹ gbówó lọ́wọ́ wọn.
Wọ́n máa yọ chain lọ́rùn àwọn.
Ibi tó worst dé wọ́n lè lọ mí kó lọ mú 2 million wá 5 million wá.
Wọ́n máa yọ chain.
You know those kind of.
Wọ́n máa yọ gold lọ́wọ́ wọn.
They have done it to an extent that wọ́n ti wò ó pé there's nothing wọ́n máa tún gbé ẹ lọ police station ibi tó ṣe dé, but at a point they felt like nothing could happen, they have a backing, you know, all those stuffs. That was the reason why, like, he felt nothing could happen. But Casey, I don't want to even say this. Kó má dàbí pé èèyàn tún divert attention àwọn èèyàn kúrò. Everybody try láti yọ orúkọ ẹ̀ kúrò ni, because there is no way tó máa ṣe Casey tán. Casey máa taba so many people. Ó ń taba ni. Gbogbo àwọn tá à ń fi pé alágbára gan, wọ́n wò pé tó bá mú èlé ó lè mẹ́mi náà. You get that is
because apparently they've exchanged informations. You understand?
There's nothing secret in Lagos.
They've exchanged it. Look at that interview. Look at that phone conversation that Ayan and Abu Ebe had. And he said, "Emi going to be like pe tan baba omo de ti jẹ́wọ́ fún mi." You know words like that. Omo Yorùbá ni wana ro be yen on lo be yen carelessly now. Those are words you don't just use. Baba omo ti jẹ́wọ́ fún mi. Those are words.
My brother, gbogbo wọn Ayati yẹn and co wọ́n threaten wọn ni. Even the South Africa no. In be come and sọ̀rọ̀ lórí justice for Mohbad mo.
Yeah, I know that.
So let's just be, see, my own problem kò ń ṣe Mohbad o. My own problem is that báwo ni society wa ṣe máa wà pa. Kò sí society tí kò go through kíní, gbogbo America, gbogbo US. If you look at their history during the time of Chase, capital oil, kí ló ti ń pè? This capital oil guy, kí ló ti ń pè capital oil man yìí o. Kí ló kọ Jay-Z, nickname Jay-Z yìí ná. Jay-Z. Capital oil. Àwọn Tom Ford ṣá, àwọn Chenegi and co. If you look at American history, this situation Nigeria by ló ṣe wà ńbẹ̀. But our own problem is that bad people ti pọ̀jù good people lọ. Ká ní 50-50 nísìn, at least àwọn bad people mama wò pé a lè ṣe kíní. Ọlọ́pàá tó bá fẹ́ jáde bá máa wò pé wọ́n máa dismiss òun. But in Nigerian case, it's like 95% to 5%. You get, so kò sẹ́ni tó lè sábà. And my worry is that tí ìlú bá dá náà gbogbo ala máa enjoy it. So why are you trying to like make it like kò ń ṣorí mi ló ti máa dá, tí bá ti rò tèmi tọ́nà kó dá? That is mentality Nigerian, and it is so bad. It is so bad.
Please, we have just for Mohbad new. Unmute your justice for Mohbad new. Kindly unmute your mic and speak.
Good morning, Daddy York. Good morning, everyone. The way we are looking at this case, what we don't want to do before, I think that is where we are going back to again now. I'm sorry to say, I know you don't want name calling on your platform, but I need to mention the name.
No, don't call names. Don't call names.
Okay. How do I put it? Yeah.
You can use accolades. You can use subname. You can use code name, but don't call names, please.
Please,
Oh yeah, type the name you want to call on. Type it on comment section.
Let me do it this way. Our dada.
No. Type the name you want to refer to on the comment section, and I'm sure Bayo will give you a code to that name. We have a code. Okay. Just mention King. Don't mention any name. Just refer to King. Yeah.
Okay, our King. If we go back to our King, let's write a petition. Let's everybody sign it. A very weighty one. If this petition can get to our King, if we drag our King properly, the truth will unravel. That is where they are not covering. They are not trying to cover Wunmi. They are trying to protect the dada. They are protecting the dada. You understand? It's not Wunmi. Wunmi is nobody, but they are protecting that dada. because our king senior mommy knew about this, and I'm sorry to say, she is the one that ran every test and everything, but they are still like arguing about it. You understand? But they know that if Wunmi should go down, something will happen about that dada, which they don't want it to happen, because something like that has happened before. That is why they are trying to protect Wunmi. You understand? So it is our king Gogon that is the problem. And you know our king and the governor, they are best of the best. Nobody can even come in between them. Because this case, let me tell you one thing. You see this case, Tinubu might have heard about it, but they didn't let him know the details of it through my investigation. You understand? But at the end of the day, our grandfather. But so I don't know how you're going to do about it, but something needs to be done about this thing because they didn't run any tests. So how are we going to know what happened to General Mohbad? What's going to happen to his daddy?
My sister,
we need to do something. Please go ahead.
If look at it from this angle, you have somebody that is in charge of. There's what they call civil service rule. Most of these things that happened, probably if they did not take the sample abroad, the person that is meant to do that job is supposed to be sacked and jailed. The Oga in that department, they could charge that person for lack of supervision. Even the commissioner, you get it. It is. I don't think you attacking someone probably from outside, is the right thing. There are people that are meant to do their job. That is what they are paid for. How come as a Nigerian we always?
But these people they are supposed to do this job. They are working for these people, and they need to dance to their tunes.
My brother, my sister, sorry. There's one thing you need to understand. There are loads of police officers that get sacked due to the fact that people report a case, they dismiss them. You get. But there's one common thing about Nigerian. We like to assume that nothing will happen. Something could happen. Something could happen if you report a case. But most of us, we like to play on emotion.
Yeah, but who is ready to lay down their life today? Nobody's ready to die. No, if anybody is ready to die, this case will be solved.
If you are not ready to die, there's no point talking there now. You get it. This is our country. If you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you die one day. You might just be walking on the streets, and anything could happen. My sister, I'm not of the opinion that nobody will kill anybody now. Just say the truth now. There are people that normally say the truth in Nigeria, which we know, but there are very few. If we keep staying on the side of I will die, you would not die, nothing will happen. If somebody kill you, so please let's just leave that one aside. There are people that are meant to do their job. Attack those people. Write to their ministry of this thing, the toxicology department. What happened to this? This thing is not done. Financial misappropriation, all those things. But that is why we need people to come together to reason. You can't just go in a route. You could do documentary. Some of you are in media houses. We could do documentary about this death. We could do documentary about
Carol.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
We could do only my legal side in the winning case. But we are making a mistake. We could do documentary. Documentary, it doesn't go on CNN. To bat in lucky platform. One day only hit become. See documentary about you about is a coup or hidden agenda when you come back. We could do so many things. Bring in people. But what I see in this case is that the way this case is going, some people feel like I don't want to deal with this kind of people, because most people marry pé ebulombu story tó wà relevant ó dẹ̀ máa ń dùn àwọn ẹlòmíì, because àwọn èèyàn kan máa ń kàn wá bíbá wá parọ́ ni, which is very bad. If you don't have any information, if you feel like you don't have any point in this case, why not just stay under, comment, yes, that could be fine. But bringing out different theory, some people are not stupid. We have learned people in Nigeria. You know, people will just feel like, people if you look at it, but it is not compulsory that you must talk. In every society, we have leaders and we have followers. If you're a follower, try to learn from leaders. A platform on me. Everybody.
Then
Thank you very
if you want us to protest, do you know where we're going to channel our protest to? Let everybody march down to this man. He is living in fear, I am telling you.
Man, I don't know his mind, though.
I think
He's living in fear.
Sorry,
He's living in fear.
you can't continue to be saying that. Let's be guided. I think the legal team has done. They have taken another step of resubmitting Mohbad's petition, to this present, to the ongoing fact finding. Because the question is, if US lab denied conducting poisonous tests on Mohbad, and we've been asking this question, what is the interest of Lagos State on this case? Why are they covering this case? Let me go to BJ, Baby J. Baby J.
Daddy, yo, good morning, good afternoon. Daddy, yo, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Hello? Yes, sir. Apple program, sir. God will bless all of us, sir. I don't really have much to say, sir. But the only thing I can just say is that God is going to see us through. And God is going to help us. At least we have been going through the judgment small, and we have been seeing it. And God is going to help us finally. I don't really have much to say. I'm enjoying the program because I'm at work.
She dropped or what? Host. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you, Bayo. I said she has finished her submission. She said she's at work. She's part of the Prayer Warrior Department of Justice for Mohbad. She said we should keep praying. And yes, we'll keep praying. And the people in the prayer department also should keep praying for justice to prevail. On this note, let me welcome my brother from another mother, Adni Zandi. Kindly unmute your mic. And Vanor. And tell us what's your own submission about these ongoing latest developments by what the Nigerian, what Lagos State is giving us. Thank you.
Good morning, my brother Handy. Been a while. Justice for Mohbad. Justice for her. Good morning, everybody. The commenters, the panelists. My own submission will be a little bit different. I'm going to start by asking a question. Are we doing the right thing in this justice for Mohbad? Now, I made a submission about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, when they brought out this toxicology at the Corona inquest, I think what's it called? Few weeks ago, when it was being read. I said, is it true this result is from Pennsylvania? Well, if this result is from Pennsylvania, United States of America. This is not the original result. The person that read the toxicology result out is the one the Lagos State government gave to him to read it out to the whole world. And I said, I don't believe in these toxicology results. That I don't think they take any sample to United States of America. And I back it with another statement in the sense that when Mohbad's body was exhumed, September, I think around 2021, 20 or 21, September 2023, we are being told by Joseph Aloba, including the Lagos State, that they are going to do the toxicology and the autopsy. And until before they closed the coroner inquest last year, 2023, they said to us after the coroner inquest that they are expecting the results anytime from now. But we got to know on the 31st of January 2024 that toxicology was not taken to anywhere. Commissioner of Information make us realize when Brekete called him and they demanded for another 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. Then, me personally, I begin to suspect. Okay, what they took out from Mohbad's body, where do they kept it? You understand me? Seeing this early hour of this morning, I know that we are being fooled for the last 9 months. But at the same time, if we are fooled, they cannot fool us. That is the slogan. If we are all fool, they cannot fool us. Now, I will go back to my previous question. Are we doing the right thing in this justice for Mohbad? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. Are we being sincere to ourselves? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. You see, I have said it since Monday that 5 agenda is against Joseph Aloba. This is one of the 8. The government of Lagos State. I will not even say government of Lagos State. The whole country, the government, the federal is against Joseph Aloba. That is why I will keep asking ourselves, are we doing the right thing in justice for Mohbad? Now, this is where we find ourselves. This case is a straightforward case at the beginning, when the evidence starts coming out at the early hour of this justice for Mohbad. But what can we do now? Can we rally round with ourselves? Be truthful with ourselves. Be honest with ourselves. Even though we can push them to a point that this justice will be given to us. That is the truth. 1, it's not the Lagos State government that pulled the trigger. Confirm. It's not the Lagos State government that pulled the trigger, nor the federal that pulled the trigger. But the Black Widow pulled the trigger. And who is this Black Widow? It's nobody in the system. Truly, there are some things that the Oba in question one way or the other. The government in question one way or the other. But the question we need to ask ourselves, who pulled the trigger? The stabbing of Mohbad is the Black Widow. Confirmed, 100. That one is confirmed. But had it been that we have done the right thing at the beginning of this justice for Mohbad, they could have bring down the Black Widow straight off. But because we made a mistake, we are not perfect. You understand me? That is why they allow all this injustice to continue. But what can we do at this stage to make things to work for justice for Mohbad? Is to gather ourselves together, be truthful with one another, so that we forge ahead. And now, let me just put it in a simple form. Let's rally round with ourselves. There's some people within ourselves that they are from anti-justice camp, and we believe that truly they are justice, but they are not. Now, can we rally with Joseph Aloba, with his family, so that this justice is being done? Doing interview here and there is part of it, but the question is this: that interview, can it give us justice? I don't think so. This is my own personal opinion now. This is my own personal opinion, and my own opinion does not bound on anybody. But action. How can we do this action? Me personally, I believe in the legal team of Joseph Aloba. But the question is this: can we support them? Can we give them a free hand to operate? You understand me? That is my own position right now. You understand me? I believe, because I have seen the pedigree of the son. I read a lot about the son. You understand me? It will do to the point that we push them to the edge. You understand me? It will push them to the edge. Because I have said it on a number of times, that justice can come from different angles in justice for Mohbad. One, the witnesses. The question is this: where is the nurse? If we can't get justice through the nurse, what about the paternity? You understand me? If we can't get justice from the paternity, you understand me? What about everything, those people living in that house? All the truth that came out, where is them today? Nowhere to be found. But are we utilizing the truth that is coming out? There is a lot. Those who have close associates with the legal team, with Joseph Aloba, should be able to sit at the round table and make a decision that is going to favor all the people of justice for Mohbad. That is my own point. Because it's a common sense. It's a common sense. When the Commissioner of Information came out on the 31st of January 2024, and he said, give us 8 to 10 weeks. The question we should ask ourselves, since September, when the body of Mohbad was being exhumed, what are they doing? Nothing. They thought that they would just push the case under the carpet. Please, my dear brothers and sisters, we need to reason together right now so that our 8 months, 9 months will not be jeopardized. I will mute my mic for now. Thank you very much.
Mr. Andy, sorry, thank you very much for that wonderful submission. And the one thing I see here that I want to pinpoint is that there is no way anyone can satisfy everyone that's fighting for justice for Mohbad. So we should just try and come together as one and try to understand that we need to trust the process and understand that tackling each other, fighting each other will take us nowhere, rather than we using our sense of belonging and sense of understanding to know that no matter what we do in life, Mr. A might like it, Mr. B will not like it. No matter what, how many advice Mr. C, D, E, F, G, H want to give Mr. J, Z, Y, might not even be able to, apply everything. But whatever we see that is not going the right way, I believe constructively we can point it out and find a means of meeting, on a neutral ground and try to have understanding. I think that's what we are lacking. And anyone that is fighting for justice for Mohbad should realize that every single one of us have an idea, have an opinion, have a suggestion, or have one or two things to give to justice for Mohbad. So understanding, maturity will take us a long way, because it's not obvious that we are fighting the whole system in Nigeria, from the beginning up until now. And the interest of these people in this justice for Mohbad is what me personally don't understand. But I believe that it's a time for things to be exposed, and that country, called Nigeria, is still going to be a better place for us to live in, or our generation coming. So thank you, Mr. Andy. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Abayo, you are the moderator now. Unmute your mic now. Okay, I think York Daddy is back. York Daddy, that was quick. Oh.
I could see him sweating. Oh, thank everybody.
I go still block this Sadiq.